Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Coach Craig's Sports. Today is Thursday, September 22nd, and this is the MLB DFS video for today. So, as many of you noticed, I was gone for a little over a week. I did travel out to Oregon. I went to my best friend's wedding, had a very good time going there, traveling, and taking part in that, obviously. But I am back now, so we'll have some daily MLB DFS videos for the rest of the season. I believe there's about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks left at this point in time, about 15 or so games. So definitely be sure to look out for that. And then the NFL DFS picks, I'll be doing a core play video once again this week, and then hopefully next week expanding just a little bit more. But with that being said, in this video, I'll be doing my MLB DFS core plays for today, as well as my top GPP stacks. We will not be doing a recap since it's been quite a while since I last did my video. So without further ado, we'll get into the core picks for today. So we're going to start off at the pitcher position with Julio Urias at $10,300, averaging about 35 fantasy points per game on the season. Going against the Arizona Diamondbacks, they've kind of been a hit or miss team as of late. There was a little stretch where they were hitting the ball pretty well on offense. Kind of cooled down a little bit since then. But Julio Urias has pitched against them once this year, 6 strong innings, only gave up 1 run. Unfortunately, only had 4 strikeouts in that game, but does offer some pretty good upside today. If you want to pay up for like a Justin Verlander, you could definitely do that as well. You could look at a guy like Brandon Woodruff. There's some pretty good top-end pitching options overall today. Then in first base, we have Anthony Rizzo at $3,700, averaging about 11.5 fantasy points per game on the season. He goes against the Boston Red Sox, and Michael Wacha is pitching on the mound today. He's 21 for 50 with 3 home runs versus Michael Wacha in his career, so some pretty good success there. A lot of that success did come when they were on the Cardinals and Cubs respectively, but there was a little bit of last year when Wacha was pitching for the Rays as well. Then we move down to third base with Rafael Devers at $3,900, averages just under 12 fantasy points per game on the season. Goes against the New York Yankees and Jameson Taillon on the mound today. He is 4 for 11 with 2 home runs versus Taillon in his career, so some pretty good upside there. And Devers is a guy that always hits the Yankees well, it seems like. So definitely chasing some upside today, but some pretty good upside there at that. And speaking of chasing upside today, no better guy to do it with today than Teoscar Hernandez at $3,000, averaging about 10 fantasy points per game on the season, goes against the Tampa Bay Rays. Looks like Ryan Yarbrough will be the primary pitcher in this game, even if he's not the opener. He is 12 for 33 versus him with 6 home runs in his career, so if we can get a home run or 2 out of him today, that's going to be something that puts your lineup straight to the top. And then last but not least, we have Ian Happ at $2,800, averaging just over 9.5 fantasy points per game on the season. Goes against the Pittsburgh Pirates and Mitch Keller, who he's hit fairly well throughout his career at 7 for 14 with 2 home runs. So definitely look for some upside there once again today. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players that I do have listed here, you'll have $11,300 remaining, just over $2,800 per player. Typically, I like to give you at least $3,000 or more per player, but some of these guys with the history they had just were too good for me to pass up on the core plays for today. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to my article over at WeBetATS.com and talk about my top GPP stacks for today. So the stacks that I do have for today, we do have the Boston Red Sox going against Jameson Taillon of the New York Yankees. Some of these Boston Red Sox hitters have hit him pretty well. Obviously, I already talked about Rafael Devers. You could look at JD Martinez. You could look at Tommy Pham, a couple other guys as well. Then we have the Milwaukee Brewers. It's going to be Mike Minor pitching today. Last night when I was looking, it kind of looked like a bullpen game, but Minor is making the start. Some of the Brewers hitters have hit him pretty decently, but there is still some upside there as well. And then we have the Toronto Blue Jays who are going against Ryan Yarbrough. I believe one of the last videos I did before I left as well, they were going against Yarbrough and a top stack there as well. So definitely have some pretty good upside there with guys like Teoscar Hernandez, Kayvon Biggio. And then you have the bigger name, high-priced guys like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Bo Bichette as well. Then last but not least, we have the Houston Astros. They're going against Kyle Bradish today. It is a favorable matchup. However, one of Bradish's best starts so far this season actually did come against the Astros. It was kind of a weird start at that, but they do offer some upside. Maybe they're a little bit less popular today just because of that previous start versus Bradish earlier on this season. But with that being said, these are my core 5 picks as well as top GPP stacks for today, September 22nd. As always, if you have any questions related to MLB DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on today's slate, whether it's someone from my core 5 picks, whether it's someone from my top GPP stacks, or whether it's a completely different player you guys think I missed. Definitely interested in hearing what you have to say. But with that being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. Helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS. primarily MLB and NFL DFS at this point in time. But once we get back around to the NBA regular season, I'll be covering that as well. And then with that being said, if you are a newer current subscriber who's yet to do so, also be sure to hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, I post up daily MLB DFS videos just like this. And I'll be doing an NFL DFS core pick video like I did for week 1, probably coming out at some point tomorrow. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.